Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back today for another content creator program video focused on Gorr. So Gorr is very interesting, and of course he's adjacent to the Thor: Love and Thunder movie, which one of the movies I've been looking forward to for years. Like that and Spider-Man 3 were the two MCU movies top of my list over like 3 years ago, like when this phase was getting announced, right? So because it's such a special occasion and Gorr is the big villain, we're gonna do something special. So if you guys can just get 1,000 likes on this video, 1,069, if we can hit that like goal, I have a very special video idea that we can do for Gorr. It'll be like a part 2, and I don't even want to say exactly what it's going to be because I don't want to ruin the surprise, but just trust me, it's going to be a sick video. It's going to be really cool. I don't want to spoil it. I'm sure you guys can already guess what we're going to do, but lots of cool, fun stuff planned. But yeah, so let's talk about Gorr. As far as his synergies go, with Thor, with all the Thors, you can increase your shadow magic buff duration by 2 seconds, which is nice. With Hercules, you can negate some of the poison healing that it takes away, so makes it 50% less effective, the recovery reduction. With Mango Eggnog, the opponent is inflicted with at least 15 damage debuffs, gain a true damage buff, which could help your damage a bit, but I don't think that's that good. And with Null, heavy hits gain a non-stacking vicious buff for 10 seconds. This could be good. I don't know. I haven't tried it, but it doesn't sound crazy. And then with some Asgardians, just some extra attack. As far as Gorr's Waken ability, it does grant him one of his heresy charges when just attacking the final node in a quest, which is pretty nice. So being awakened, granting one of your persistent charges, fighting the final boss, it's pretty nice. That's really nice, actually. And then also you can get on your shadow magic buffs, it also grants an undermine buff that you can be unblockable if you get auto block. So that could be really good against like Penny Parker specifically. And then you can also just get increased duration on your debuffs, which is nice, and even more duration when fighting gods and elders, which again is nice. So he has immunity to heal block, but nothing else. I think the immunities are a bit lacking. I'd really like to see more. And then he has a weird thing with the willpower mastery. So if you have willpower, it is just straight up removed. And each rank grants Gorr of an indefinite vicious buff, increasing the potency of damage over time effects by 25%. So that does increase your damage over time damage, but it takes away willpower from you. That's a big trade-off in my opinion. And then so you gain a stack of heresy when winning a fight against a god or an elder champion. Now these champs are like the Collector, Maestro, Grandmaster, all the Thors, Odin, Hela, Loki, Hercules. There's not much of them. There's not many of these champions, but to list a few, that's them. So we're gonna talk about how you build up the shadow magic and stuff. We'll talk about that in the fight. And then he has a really cool thing with his heavy attack. So if you have at least 20 of his debuffs on the opponent, which isn't that hard to get to, especially with the rotation I'm going to show you, I found it to be a lot easier. But you get max power if you have 20 debuffs on the opponent and you use a special or use a heavy. It gives you to max 3 bars. It's pretty crazy, which I'm going to show you guys an easy way to do that. And then special 2 grants Fury buffs, max of 4 if you have one of each of Gorr's debuffs. And these don't have a cap, so you can just keep stacking these Furies infinitely, which again, I'm going to show you guys. And then the special 3, you can get more damage for stacks of heresy, and when you're fighting gods and elders, and just more attack for each damaging debuff on the opponent. So the more debuffs, the more damage. All right, that's Gorr. Let's go ahead and get into some gameplay. So we're going to start in Realm of Legends. Just basic, show you guys his rotation. So I was watching the deep dive, because like the first time I played Gorr, I felt very underwhelmed. And I watched the deep dive, I'm like, maybe I'm playing him wrong. And I'm like, okay, it looks like I was playing him wrong. But even doing the deep dive rotation, I didn't like it. So I've come up with my own rotation. And it's essentially, don't even worry about building debuffs yet. So how you build debuffs is you just end your combo with a medium, and whatever shadow magic buffs you have, you'll apply a corresponding debuff. But as you can see, 25 hits in until I applied my first debuff. What I did is I just did light combos. I just built up my shadow magic buffs, got 2 of each of them. Now look how quickly and easily I'm stacking these debuffs. Every time I do 2 mediums, I'm applying 6 debuffs, 2 of each kind. So that easily got me to 20 total. Then I just heavy, boom, now I go special 3, This is going to refresh my my Fury buffs that I just got as well. And yeah, it's going to do some nice damage. So yeah, now you can see we got a lot of shadow magic buffs. We got lots of debuffs. Every time I finish a combo with a medium, we're getting more debuffs, building our power. And so those Fury buffs on us, to refresh them, we just have to use any special attack. Any special attack, 1, 2, or 3, we'll go ahead and refresh them. I'm trying to race to my special 2 though. So boom, there we go. Now I have 8 Furies, so we got 4 new ones, and we refreshed the 4 old ones. And yeah, we've got a ton of shadow magic. We got tons of debuffs. Those debuffs are ticking away. That damage is adding up, and Winter Soldier is almost dead. So that's Gorr's loop. Pretty simple. That's the one I found the most success with. I found that to be the best. Just focus on building about 2 of each of your shadow magic buffs, then start going for the debuffs. Then I found it so much easier to get to 20. So yeah, here's the stats on that. Let me go ahead and hide my webcam so you guys can really see. Now I want to show you guys. So this is the fight we just did. But this is the exact same fight, but with suicides. So you can see it was about 10 less hits, about like 11 seconds faster. But look at Gorr's health. We're down below 50%. Without that willpower healing, man, we just take so much damage. So as you can compare here, I really don't think Gorr is really suicide. You don't want to be using suicides. Like, it just doesn't seem worth it for me. Small increase in damage that we got in this fight just did not seem worth losing that much health. So there's a bit of a comparison with suicides and without. I could have showed you guys the gameplay, but it was just the exact same loop that I did just with suicides. So now we're going to go ahead and jump into some Act 7, and we're going to go hunt some gods. So up first here, we have a Jane Foster. So she does have the god tag. And I was a little confused. I thought it was just when you go into a fight against a god or an elder, you gain a heresy charge, but you have to actually defeat them. That's why Jane didn't have full health in this fight, because I had to quit out to double check. It's only, I was just getting it confused. It's the final quest, the boss node, when you go into there, that's where you just get a stack of heresy. You get that persistent charge. So here in Act 7, I'm going to be doing the exact same rotation. Like I said, I think this is his best rotation. For me personally, I found this by far to be the best. Dave, I don't know, man, you were misleading me in the deep dive. That rotation just didn't seem like it. The debuffs, it was such a struggle to get to 20, I was finding. But this way, it's so much easier. I'm really reliably and easily able to get off that heavy attack, get that fat power gain going, and then boom, we drop this big special 3. And remember, our special 3 is going to deal even more damage against her because she has that god tag. It's 143,000 special 3. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage, man. Pretty good. If we weren't fighting a mystic, it would also be even more. This is with class disadvantage. And imagine that like with a cosmic boost against, again, a non-mystic. Be pretty damn good. Could cycle special 3s. I haven't even tried Gorr yet with a cosmic boost. Said maybe 1069 likes. We could definitely do some crazy shenanigans in that video. Yeah, so this next fight here, I'm gonna show you guys something interesting with Gorr. So anytime you're fighting someone with an immunity, because obviously he's applying bleed, poison, and shock, there is a good chance when you're fighting someone they're gonna have an immunity to one of those, right? So Sentinel here, he has immunity to 2 of those, bleed and poison. However, Gorr, to anyone who's immune, he'll, instead of placing that type of debuff, he'll place a degeneration debuff. But these degens don't deal a lot of damage, unfortunately. But it's nice because, you still stack up the debuffs and you're able to get to 20 to get that fat power gain, and you still have debuffs towards your other specials, your other abilities. But against tech champions specifically, that degeneration damage is increased by 500%. So you can see, you can see those degens are ticking. So we easily build to, again, over 28 debuffs, drop our special 3. It's going to do some nice damage. And if you look up at Gorr, at his persistent charges now, it's at 1. That was because we did kill Jane Foster, who has the god tag. So now we have 1 stack of heresy, so that's going to increase our special 3 damage even more now going forward, which is really nice. And Sentinel goes down. So it's nice to play Gorr with that persistent charge, but there was also a cosmic node there increasing our attack. So I think our attack was a little bit inflated there from that node, but that node's gone now. But here we have an Elder tag champion, so we can go and hunt him next. So again, we need to kill him though to get the Heresy charge. So going in, just going to be doing that exact same rotation, combos ending with a light attack over and over, building up to that special 2. Over and over, get 2 of each of our shadow magic buffs. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and finish with a medium, so we apply each one of those debuffs. You can also apply them through the block, there's a chance. Then we're going to go ahead and drop that special 2, get those 4 Fury buffs, and now we just stack up those debuffs, try to get to 20, then heavy, special 3. The loop is like this playstyle, I like it. It's not bad, it's easy to do, it's reliable, it's realistic. You know, when I first saw Gorr, I was like, he looks so unrealistic. Like, this playstyle, I don't know. But after playing it, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And so this special 3 deals a crap load of damage, 187,000 damage. Oh, god damn. I didn't even look at those numbers when I was doing these fights. Seeing that big number now, it's like, holy fudge. Okay, Gorr, I see you. I really want to try him with a Cosmic Boost. In that next video, guys, we're definitely going to do it. 200% Cosmic Boost. Cycle special 3s. It sounds nuts. It's going to be hard to find opponents that are going to survive many special 3s. As you can see, my Omega Sentinel was getting some play there. Dude, I love Omega Sentinel so much. I really hope I get it from that next feature and take her to rank 4 instantly. Oh, I have so much I want to do with Omega Sentinel. But back to Gorr. So here the final boss. The reason I picked this quest was because I was just looking in Act 7. I'm like, is there any gods or elder tag champs? And I saw Hela, and I saw this path with some gods and elders on it. So I was like, all right, this is perfect for Gorr. Let's go god hunting. So we defeated the champion, which granted us our 2nd persistent charge, 2 charges of heresy, and then going into the final boss fight here, we got a 3rd one. So now we have 3 of those persistent charges. Which is pretty nice. Here, Slip Up get hit by her special 2. That's why we brought in Heimdall, though. Heimdall is the homie, proven by Legs Jr. So this fight's definitely not going to plan, but it's okay. We're going to get off that special 2. We have our shadow magic buffs built. Now we can go ahead and go for just some double mediums to get those debuffs applying. Boom, now we can go for heavy. It's going to give us the fat power gain. And this also does have increased heavy attack damage. That's why we just did 46,000 damage on that heavy. But now we're going to drop a special 3. And like I said, I wasn't looking at the numbers when I was like in the fights, because they just happen so quick. So let's see how much damage we're going to deal here. I don't even like to skip Gorr's special 3 because it's just so sick. 174,000 damage. Not bad. Not freaking bad, dude. Wow. That's so much damage. That's insane. Such fat, but this was reminding me of like OG Thor, just hitting like those massive special 3s back in the day, man. I'm getting those vibes right now. But yeah, Hela got the indestructible here. We also have some Lazarus, so we're gonna have to kill her more than once, but that's okay. Our debuffs were doing their thing, so all those poisons were, I think, preventing her from regenning too much. So yeah, there's Gorr in Act 7, just slicing gods and elders up. Now, big shout out to Cam for showing me this synergy team. He showed me a picture, and it was a Gorr with 28 Furies, and I was like, you wizard, how did you do that? I didn't even know you could get more than 4 at first. But yeah, they don't have a limit. So this was the team, a little bit different team from Cam. He had Hercules instead of Nick Fury, but basically same team. So shout out to Cam. But yeah, so we have that Captain America on the team. That's going to help our buffs last a bit longer, so we can refresh them. And then we also have the Odin pre-fights, granting us mainly the aptitude there. So that's going to just increase the potency of all of our Fury buffs. So we're going to be stacking a lot of Fury buffs. But at the start of the fight, just doing the same rotation. Because like Cam sent a picture of like taking down Labyrinth of Legend Star-Lord, and it was like an impressive amount of time and hits. And I was thinking about like testing Gorr here, but I was like, nah, Gorr's gonna be trash here. Like, you know, you only get to use that heavy power gain once per fight. So I was thinking, you know, like I don't know. Like, Labyrinth didn't seem like Gorr would be very good. But with this team, man, oh my goodness. So just building up those debuffs right now. Now we're going to go ahead and use the power gain. I just wanted to bait that special out. Now we're going to drop this. So here we have no stacks of Heresy charges. None. That's okay, though. Because we got the Synergy team backing us up. So I didn't even see what that special 3 did. It was probably the damage cap. Right, it must have been 50k. But now we just need to race to our special 2. And then we'll be at 8 Furies. And if we can just keep doing that, we're just going to keep stacking Furies infinitely. Which is pretty nuts. So you can see my Furies, they're about to expire. But we made it to that special 2. Going to do a little bit extra hits too, just to keep building my power. And boom, we got 8 of those Fury buffs now. So the damage is starting to ramp up. But remember, those we can just keep refreshing and keep adding. And if you can't get to the special 2 in time, you can still just throw a special 1. And that will also refresh the Furies. You just won't get any more. So, you know, obviously, of course, if you can get the special 2, do it. But if not, special 1 will still get the refresh, which is nice. I like that all of his specials refresh the Furies, you know? I really like that. I think that's awesome. Here we face a little bit of evasion. It's okay. Gorr does get a regeneration buff when he gets hit, but you can see it's healing for 52, which is a little bit underwhelming. However, if you have more persistent charges, I'm pretty sure it adds to the regeneration potency, or something against elders and gods. It gets increased, so I think that's why it's kind of lackluster right now. But yeah, we're at 16 Furies now, and again, we're just gonna keep on building them. At this point, the damage, it's up there. It's getting a little sketchy though. I'm just like kind of barely getting to that special 2 to keep them refreshed. But here we crossed the 20 Fury threshold mark. That's great. 17k mediums. He's finally actually hitting pretty hard. Like Gorr, the first time I used him, I definitely, like, just looking at the numbers, like without suicides or anything, the numbers was giving me noodle vibes. But you know, he gets a lot of damage from his debuffs, and of course, you know, he focuses on, you know, fighting gods and stuff. So, you know, but so I definitely don't think he's a noodle now. After, again, I still haven't even played with him that much, but I definitely don't think he's a noodle. And once I found the playstyle that I was showing you guys, I started to like him a lot more. He felt a lot easier to play as well. I'm digging him. I don't think he's gonna. It's really early. Right now, I'm not thinking he's like a top 2 cosmic champion, but he definitely has potential. He definitely has his niche too for hunting gods and elders. That's definitely going to be useful, because like all of the crazy bosses, not all of them, but a lot of the crazy bosses in this game are gods or elders. The collector, you know, the grandmaster, the champion, these types of characters that you see in big boss content. You know, Gorr, like, we have a Labyrinth and Abyss right now. I feel like soon we are going to get the next level of Abyss, right? The next Abyss, whatever it's going to be called, the next Everest. And once we do, Gorr could be really good in there. Maybe for the final boss or something. I don't know. Gets me kind of excited thinking about that. Thinking about those possibilities. But as you can see, we've managed to get over 30 Furies, which is sick. I love that you can just keep stacking these Furies. So really, really fun fight against Star-Lord. That was my first try doing it too. Absolute success. Great success. And yeah, guys, that's Gorr. So I think Gorr is pretty damn good. I like him. He's definitely not the next Hercules, but he's cool. He is very cool. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. But I definitely want to make another video just taking it to like times 10 of this video. 10 times the level of this video for Gorr. 1,069 likes. If you guys make it happen, we're gonna make a sick video. But that's gonna do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this early access content creator program video. If so, you want to subscribe to the channel. At 100k, we're gonna be eating the world's hottest gummy bear, man. I'm really excited for that. We hit 94k subs. Thank you guys for all the support lately. It's been tremendous, and just love it. Thank you guys so much. That's gonna do it. Peace out, guys.